Hello beautiful souls, welcome back to my channel. This is your weekly update. Sort of next 7 to 10 days is how I'm looking into the energies. My name is Anu, a very warm welcome. Go ahead and pick a deck. That's how I'll be using it instead of crystals. So whichever deck you're drawn to, or the first one that you're drawn to the most, go with that. And I will see you right at your selection. That's deck number 1, deck number 2, deck number 3. See you right there. Hi group 1, for those of you who chose the first deck, this is the Light Seers Tarot. Let's see what the next 7 to 10 days hold for you. Remember, these are general, only take what resonates and release the rest to the universe. So let's see what's going on for my group 1. Whoops, okay, that's right at the center. We're rushing. There's a surge of energy. I'm just gonna take these out. Wow. Okay, let's just get on with this. Wow, look at the major arcanas. I can't believe it. Okay. Oof. More major arcanas. What? I am loving this energy. This is crazy. It completely like woke me up. Okay. Very significant period for you, my dears. So let's just look at that. So I'm going to look at it as coming on early into the period. So the first third of the 10 days and the middle of the period, and then the winding out of the period. And you can think of it as a week or 10 days, however you want to take it. Underneath it all, we have the King of Cups, we have the Empress Major Arcana, and the Fool. Okay, so there is a new beginning. There's something new that is budding for you. This could be something that's already happening, or this is something that you are really wanting and you are emanating it out into the world. Okay, the Fool is an absolute new beginning, and the Empress talks about birthing something new, and the King of Cups is taking the leadership in creating things that we really resonate with. So creating something with joy, with our passion, and really being in a very balanced and mature state and having a clear vision of what we want to create. Okay, so that's what you're coming in with. Into this reading as you're watching this. We have the Lovers Major Arcana, the Magician Major Arcana, and the Eight of Wands, and this came out reversed. I don't do reversals. So, as I said, the first card that flew out for you was the Knight of Swords. There's a lot of energy and momentum, and there is a key decision that you're being called to make. And if you feel a little torn between two options, just pick an option, because you're the magician. Okay, the magician does not need any new knowledge, any new trainings, or any new tools. The magician has everything they need. All they need is the trust and to take action. And I like that we have the Eight of Wands right here. Okay, so there is a lot of action, there is a lot of momentum. So this first period here, let's say the first 3 days, if you want to call it, really you have a lot of firepower in you to make the right decisions and make them with the intention of longevity, right? What do you want to create? Because the Empress here is very, very important. What do you want to create? Again, this will apply to different areas of your life. Could be a job, could be a family, relationship, enterprise, health, anything like that. But this is starting with a key decision, choosing something. For some of you, of course, this could be manifesting love. So you're, elevating with a partner and creating things together. And there's a lot of passion in this connection. That's possible as well. But to me, it's larger than just one area. It looks like an overarching theme. In the middle of the period, you have another major arcana, Justice, Knight of Swords, and Seven of Cups. So this is a time, this is almost like a, balancing and harmony in the situation. So things that didn't feel right, all the wrongs will be righted, is what I'm getting. What you want to watch out for is wait for this energy, because this usually takes longer, right? Even if you want to think of that like the court system or the justice system, justice moves slowly because justice does a very thorough black and white job, and sometimes we only view our side of the situation. So there's more elements at play here, and what Spirit wants to say is like things will be fair, okay, from the universal perspective. That's definitely going to happen. Now, what you have to do is not jump to conclusions, not rush into decisions too fast over here. You have a lot of options. So take your time thinking through that is what I'm getting, because the way this card flew out, again, we take the energy in tarot. So how do you want to use it? As like, yes, you're going to have a lot of momentum. Think of it as you're going to have a lot of opportunity and a lot of options. Weigh them, just sit on them just a little bit longer. Or what it's saying is like, don't make impulsive decisions. That's what this section is saying. And then closing out the period, you're definitely building on something. And again, for those of you that I said love is coming in, this could be blending of families, or if that's not the case, for others of you, this is creating something with another person or with more people. Three of Pentacles is usually our peers, our colleagues, our teams, our siblings, building something together with a lot of joy and pride. Okay, there's a lot of happiness in this card on working together on something and creating the building blocks. There is expansion. Look at these energies here with the Two of Wands and Seven of Cups. There is expansion. You have more options available to you than you're thinking through, in the sense you may be blocking yourself. As I said, the Magician has everything, but they sometimes lack the action or the belief that they can do it. And this is the Two of Wands, is where a little bit of a standstill comes, because we're trying to decide. So it's an interesting conflicting energy, I know here, but it's saying you have a lot of firepower. You don't want to rush into things, but then you don't also want to slow down so much that you let the opportunity pass by. Okay, the Two of Wands can be a bit of a standstill, so make sure you do pick a path. And then Seven of Swords here, you have two sevens at the bottom. Sevens are really aligning with spirits. It's a spiritual number, so it's a spiritual expansion. And the Seven of Swords is like, because this is, I'm reading as your energy, it's telling us like, keep your options open. Both of these sevens talk about a lot of opportunity, a lot of information coming your way. So you don't have to be guarded, but then also don't wait for every single data point to come to you. Okay, we never have all the data points to make our decisions. That's how life works. So be comfortable being uncomfortable, if that makes sense, and not knowing everything. Try to make some decisions from your intuition. So overall, this is a very empowering time for you, because let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have 5 major arcana. It's just like a really, really powerful time for you. Okay, so just trust the process, trust yourself. You have all the tools, you have all the energy, the firepower to create whatever you want. Don't be overwhelmed by the options, and don't be overwhelmed by information overload, as I say it, right? So take a middle path, not rushing too much, not waiting too long. All right, let's get you your animal totem for the next 7 to 10 days. Let's get you your animal totem. We have the Phoenix. As I said, this is a very self-empowering time for you. The Phoenix represents our first chakra, our root chakra. It's also highly spiritual energy, with the circle here represents spirit in this deck. So you are transforming, and you need to own that, and you need to be okay with that and build your own foundation. Okay, with the Justice card being here, whatever you've gone through, that phase is over. It has served its purpose. if you have learned your lesson, you're definitely going to come out and shine. Okay, so tap into the Phoenix energy. It may also help if you want to just read about the Phoenix, and you'll pick up traits that you can resonate with, that exist within you, and then you can also pick up on traits that you would admire and you would want to emulate. Okay, so Phoenix is your totem animal for the next 7 to 10 days. That's your reading. Wish you much love and light. I'll see you in the next one. Hi Group 2, this is for those of you who chose the second deck. This is the After Tarot. So let's get right into the energies for the next 7 to 10 days for you. We're going to draw tarot and then just one animal totem card for you. So we have at the center the Page of Wands. This is just incoming energies and we'll look into that. Okay. Spirit pile number 2, group 2. What do the next 7 to 10 days look like for them? Oh, this is beautiful. Okay, that explains it. So the way we're looking at it, it's a 7 or 10 days, beginning, middle, and end of the period. Wow. Look at all those wands. There's a whole family here. There's a new beginning in a family arena for some of you. Wow. Okay. Beautiful court cards, quite a bit of court cards, major arcanas, 3 major arcanas here, and then really happy foundation. Okay, so let's see what you're coming in with. The energy you're coming into this period when you're watching this reading. Again, this is timeless. You'll see it when you need to. We have 2 4s, okay? The 4 of Cups and the 4 of Pentacles, and then we have a 3 of Wands. So you felt like you've been in a waiting period for a long time. This group has something or someone or some situation that they've been waiting their ships to come in. And it's almost been like, when is it going to happen? We've been holding our own, holding on to our security, holding on to our foundation. But sometimes this can also mean that we don't look at the options in front of us. Okay, so we're trying to just like hold on. That's what this energy is, and hoping for something to come in. So it's been a bit of a waiting game or a period for this group. Now coming in, there is still some remnant energies, because whatever this is stemming from, there has been some disappointment in the past. Could be a relationship, could be a situation, a financial situation, a career situation where things may not have gone your way, right? So there's been some sort of heartbreak, and this can apply to whichever area. It could be a contract that didn't go through, a loan that didn't get approved, any of those things. But that is still current in your energy, and that is causing a little bit of confusion with the Moon Major Arcana here. But really, you're being called to like take things easy. The 3 of Cups here talks about joy, talks about being lighthearted, taking things, just looking at what we can control and just keeping everything else out of our mind, because that's taking up mental space. It's taking up your energy. It has these toxic cords connected to your energy field. So anything that did not go your way, just for now, if you can, and that's what Spirit wants to say, because this group is also very analytical, I'm hearing. So you may want to keep picking at it and try to figure out why did that happen, just for a little bit, for the next 2-3 days. If you can, just park it. We're not asking you to forget. It's interesting. So there are somebody's spirit guides, multiple guides are coming in saying, we're not asking you to forget it, but right now it's taking up so much mental space that you can't think clearly. So just park it. Just park it for 2-3 days. Try to take life easy a little bit. Do things that you enjoy, dance, sing, watch TV, have some wine, whatever that definition of joy, or, soak in the bathtub, hot shower, whatever. That brings you a little bit of disassociation from that, because you don't have all the information yet with the Moon card, so things are not out in the clear, and it's that way because, we're not meant to know everything. There is divine timing, and the universe protects us by not overwhelming us with a lot of information. So just trust the process. Take it easy, just park it for a while, and things will reveal themselves to you in terms of why certain things happen. as you do that, you're going to find your own power. The King of Wands is extremely passionate. Look, there are a lot of wands here in this card, right? So there's a creative spark. Your spirit is very lively right now, and that's what you want to tap into. What brings you that inspiration? So that's where your focus would be, and it could be something that you're starting out, okay, but it's going to bring you a lot of joy and happiness. And this is the 10 of Cups, so this is this is not the 9 of Cups where we usually see a single person. This is like happiness for everybody involved in your life. So focus your energies on what inspires you, what drives that passion, what brings it up to the surface. That's what's going to bring you a lot of opportunities as we go forward. But right now, as we're coming in, these two cards and these over here are just telling us you may be a little stuck, and you don't have to solve the problem. Maybe you can park it and then just deflect to what is in your control, because that is going to lead you to a lot of happiness. And then this is also, so this is like going after what's inspiring you, and then this is sitting back and receiving the right energies, because you have both masculine and feminine of the wands, of the fire energy showing up. One goes after and creates things, and the other magnetizes things in, right? So it's a very beautiful balance that you're coming into in the next 7 to 10 days, which will lead to some new beginnings and ending of old cycles and Wheel of Fortune. So as you take the power in your hands, as you start working towards what inspires you and use your own creativity and passion and happiness, use your personal happiness as the compass. What I'm hearing is compass. Interesting. The compass for your life. Your luck also turns, and this is also at least when I'm recording, Jupiter has gone into Pisces. That's the best place, and that's what this represents, is like serendipity is going to come your way. Luck, things will start turning around. Naturally, you'll fall into new opportunities because you know your true essence, you know what to go after, and you also are open to receiving. So become more open to receiving. This is a very closed off energy where we're closing our heart and we don't see opportunities with these two energies over here, but that's what's changing, or that's what you're being called to change. Okay, be open, open up, and follow your passion over here. But again, quite a bit of major arcanas and court cards, so big energies available to you should you choose to make use of them. Look at that. That's your animal totem. We have the unicorn. And this is, again, a very spiritual pile, again, because this symbol represents spirit. This is also our, because you have the moon here as well, which is a very, very intuitive card. The unicorn represents our third eye. Okay, so it's the 6th chakra. So your intuition is really on point. It is lighting up. It is pulling you in a different direction. Trust it. Go with it. It's going to bring you a lot of success and a lot of passion. Okay, so that's the message I have for you, Group 2. Wish you much love and light, and see you in the next one. Hi, Group 3. This is for those of you who chose the 3rd deck, which is the Gilded Royal deck. So let's look into your energies for the next 7 to 10 days. Remember, these are general. Take what fits and just release the rest. Okay, so let's see what we have for Group 3. Center, we have the High Priestess. Ooh, some of you are coming into very clear knowledge that lies within. Okay, we're ready. I'm just going to take the underlying energies. So we have the 7 of Swords, the 7, oh, 2 sevens. I like that. 7 of Swords, 7 of Cups. Interesting. Did you choose pile 1? These two cards showed up together in a different spot. And then we have 6 of Swords. Okay, that's the incoming energy. Let's fill out the rest. We have the 9 of Swords. That's why the High Priestess is here, because you're up in your head about something. But we'll get to deciphering this in a bit. And we have the Hermit. Look at that. Middle of this next week or next 10 days is a major aha moment period for you. Let me just draw the cards out. Oof. This is like something that's kind of, it may feel like a repeating cycle for some of you, because there is some sort of hesitation in the energies, like, oh, you've done this before, you know the answer, you know how to move forward, so break free. Right, we have the devil at the bottom, so some inhibition that is holding you back is what I'm hearing right now. So let's just look at the cards. Early on, coming into this period, we have the Seven of Wands, we have the Two of Cups, and we have the Five of Pentacles. And that's why I think the devil is showing up, because you're holding yourself back on something. These are the top, the book ending, the Two of Cups, is you actually know what brings you joy. You are learning, you're going through a journey of loving yourself. This could also be another person, but you're blocking yourself. You have your guard up, and you feel like you have to solve all your problems on your own. Okay, that's the incoming energy. That's the energy in the beginning of the period. Now here, if we see, we have the Seven of Swords and we have the Seven of Cups. This talks about wanting to get more information, being very uncertain, being a little, this is our like researcher energy. It's being cautious. So you're very cautious as you're coming into this period, and maybe confused as well, because you may have more options, or you may have too many things to prioritize and it's been a little difficult. But you are, one thing for certain, you want to move forward to calmer waters. Okay, you want things to not be chaotic anymore. You want to just sail smoothly. So that should be your goal. Okay, keep that goal in mind, that you want to just have a smooth sailing time in the very near future. And for that, in order to do that, you're going to have to be comfortable with your self-doubts and push them to the back. Push them to the back, because this energy is showing us that you're a little guarded. So Spirit is just saying, you don't need all, this is interesting, this is the theme today. You don't need all the information to make every decision. Follow your heart as well. Okay, you have intuition, you know what to do. Just stop looking for hard data points. Stop looking for something out written. Take a leap of faith, okay? Trust your intuition, because that's going to take you a long, long way. So that's what's happening in the beginning of the period, is like, there is like a budding emotion within you, and which may actually even surprise you on how open your heart is becoming. And maybe that's freaking you out, and you're kind of trying to like hold off and be a little defensive, or not defensive, but be on guard is what this is. And it's probably coming from past experiences. Also be open to asking for help, or if help presents to you in some way, shape, or form, be open to it, be open to receiving it, because the Five of Pentacles is where we want to try to solve our problems on our own. We feel all alone. This can be over independence, because we feel we're more in control when we're calling all the shots. Okay, and Spirit is saying, now you need to loosen up a little bit. Loosen up a little bit, because whatever this is, in the middle of the week or middle of the 10-day period, we see you're staying up in your head. You're trying to solve something, overanalyze it. This is analysis paralysis, and you're spending sleepless nights. Release that. Release your analysis a little bit, because you have your intuition will guide you. You have the High Priestess and you have the Hermit. The answers lie within. The answers are not outside of you. This is as clear as it gets. So if you're open to it, you will hear the answers in the least expected places. Could be a tarot channel, right? Could be astrology. Could be from literally like a cashier, a clerk at the store where you go, and they may say something randomly, and you'll immediately catch it, because that's been brewing in your subconscious. Okay, so listen to your inner voice, your inner guidance. You won't go wrong. So stop analyzing everything over and over. And then we have towards the end of the period, look, there is that aha moment. I called that before I even looked at the cards, because when the High Priestess came out, there is a revelation, okay? And there is a clarity of thought that's coming to you. You have the Five of Wands and the Seven of Pentacles bookending this clarity, which really means that this aha moment, follow it through. trust it, because it's going to bear fruit. This talks about commitment. It talks about continuous labor. It talks about having faith, because you have to keep watering your seeds that you have, because that's the right thought that you're going after. That's the right idea that you're going after. Your focus should be not to engage in arguments just for the sake of it. So there's always going to be people around us, or even things. This can be things as well. Because with your group, the term priority came up here early on. So try to see what can you drop, because there's probably too much on your plate, and that's also causing this mental chaos a little bit. So super prioritize. Do you really have to, let's say, for example, every 3 days or every week, must you do the vacuum? Must you do X? Must you also go help with the neighbor? Must you also do XYZ? Fill in the blanks, right? There are things that you are probably taking on that you don't need to, but you've just been doing them out of habit or because they feel good. But this is a time of evaluation. Are they bringing you peace, or are they actually creating more chaos? That can be for things. Similarly for people. So if there are people in your energy field or around you, it'll actually help for this group to just get some time alone, because we have the High Priestess and the Hermit. So get some hermit time. And I know when I'm recording it, again, it's timeless, but the energies are very collective and group oriented as we're coming out of the holiday period. So you may have had maybe some family drama over here. Disengage is what I'm hearing in order to have this clarity come through. Okay, so that's what you need to. You don't need to fight it. You just need to disengage is what I'm hearing. All right, so let's get you your animal totem for the next 7 to 10 days. Let's see what we have. My group 3. We have the peacock. Ooh, shine bright, shine bright. So peacock is air energy, coming right next to the Ace of Swords. I really like this. This is really saying you need to change your thought process and you need to value yourself. And this will really help with dealing with people or not dealing with people, choosing who not to deal with or choosing what not to deal with, and really admire your own beauty. The peacock is a very spiritual animal. It's extremely beautiful and it has a lot of wisdom, but sometimes it fails to see its own power, its own beauty. The beauty, not only externally, the beauty that lies within, which is the wisdom. Okay, so you have all of that. So that's your animal totem. You may want to read up on it and see the positive qualities. You will resonate with a few of those. And then the other qualities, you may just want to adopt them, and that would help as well. But those are the messages I have for you, Group 3. I hope this has been helpful. Wish you much love and light. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.